February 6, 2012, Blue Springs City Council meeting to order. If you would stand, we will observe a moment of silence, and then I will lead you in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. I welcome you to tonight's Blue Springs City Council meeting, as well as those that might be watching on cable TV 7. Our next item is the consent agenda. Are there items that need to be pulled? If not, I will accept the motion for approval.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Cobell?
Aye.
Councilman Levison?
Aye.
Councilman Fowler?
Aye.
Councilman Carter?
Aye.
Councilman Edmondson?
Aye.
Councilman Bowerman?
Aye.
Carried unanimously.
Next, we have introduction and reading of Bill 4192. Is there anyone to introduce it?
I introduce it, Your Honor.
Okay.
First reading of Bill Number 4192, an ordinance annexing a certain adjacent unincorporated area into the city of Blue Springs, Missouri.
Move the bill be approved on its first reading and proceed with the second.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye? Aye. Opposed, no?
Second reading of Bill Number 4192, an ordinance annexing a certain adjacent unincorporated area into the city of Blue Springs, Missouri.
Move the bill be approved on its second reading and assign the appropriate ordinance number.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilman Levison?
Aye.
Councilman Fowler?
Aye.
Councilman Carter?
Aye.
Councilman Edmondson?
Aye.
Councilman Bowerman?
Aye.
Councilman Cobell?
Aye.
Carried unanimously, giving it ordinance number 4371.
Next, we have a public hearing rezoning Payne Estate lots 1 and 2. Mr. Johnson.
Your Honor, for public hearing RZ-12-11-3205, I'd like to offer an exhibit which includes a City Council information form with attachments, site location map, staff report with attachments, affidavit of publication in Blue Springs Examiner on January 7, 2012, application with attachments, 185-foot notification map, names, addresses of property owners within 185 feet of the site, and copy of letters sent to said property. And these are all the exhibits I have to offer on behalf of this public hearing.
Thank you. Mr. Allen, on behalf of the city.
Thank you, Your Honor, and members of the council. Coming before you this evening is a request from James and Patricia Payne to rezone the property that you just approved annexation of through the last ordinance. They're requesting to change the zoning from Ag, County Agriculture, to RE, which is the Blue Springs Residential Estate, again, as part of their voluntary annexation request. The site in question is on the overhead in front of or behind you, depending upon where you're seating. It is adjacent to the new extension of Moreland School Road as it connects to the west with Liggett Road. Property itself is 8.31 acres. The applicants are looking to further subdivide the property into 2 lots with a subsequent preliminary plat and final plat, both of which will be heard at the next Planning Commission meeting, and then the final plat would then be back before you following that. The Planning Commission, again, did hear the request during a public hearing at their last meeting. They did vote unanimously, vote of 7-0, to recommend approval to you here this evening. And with that, I'll stand for any questions.
Any questions of Ms. Allen? Seeing none, is the applicant or representative
Thank you.
present?
Yes, his attorney. I've never been to one of these. Everything else was, sorry.
Yeah, would you be sworn in?
I do. I didn't know if I was just supposed to field objections or not.
No, you just would like for the property to be annexed?
Yes,
Rezoned. We annexed it, now you want to rezone it?
correct.
Okay. Are there any questions of the council?
Ben Arnold.
Well, he already took that, didn't he? Or just swearing in? Okay, state your
Ben
name.
Arnold, and it's 11409 Chestnut Avenue, apartment 216, Kansas City, Missouri, 64137.
Thank you, Councilman, very good. Okay, so you wish that it is, that the rezoning take place?
I do.
Okay, now, I'll open up to questions. Council, you have any questions of it? Seeing none, thank you for your testimony.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else in the audience who'd like to speak in support of? In support of? In opposition to? Opposition to? We'll close the public hearing. Thank you. Now, is there anyone who'd like to introduce the reading of Bill 4193?
I'll introduce it, Your Honor.
Okay,
First reading of Bill Number 4193, an ordinance rezoning property from AG County Agriculture to RE Residential Estate.
Move the bill be approved on its first reading and proceed with the second.
is there a second?
Second.
Discussion. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, no?
Second reading of Bill Number 4193, an ordinance rezoning property from AG County Agriculture to RE Residential Estate.
Move the bill be approved on its second reading and assign the appropriate ordinance number.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Councilman Fowler?
Aye.
Councilman Carter?
Aye.
Councilman Edmondson?
Aye.
Councilman Bowerman?
Aye.
Councilman Quabell?
Aye.
Councilman Levison?
Aye.
Carried unanimously, giving it ordinance number 4372.
Okay, next introduction, reading of Bill 4194.
I'll introduce it, Your Honor.
Okay,
Jumping ahead here. First reading of Bill Number 4194, an ordinance amending Section 380010 of the Code of Ordinances, City of Blue Springs, Missouri, concerning the offense of operating a motor vehicle while revoked and the punishment therefor.
Move the bill be approved on its first reading and proceed with the second.
is there a second?
Second.
Discussion. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, no?
Second reading of Bill Number 4194, an ordinance amending Section 380010 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Blue Springs, Missouri, concerning the offense of operating a motor vehicle while revoked and the punishment therefor.
Move the bill be approved on its second reading and assign the appropriate ordinance
Is there a
number.
second?
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Councilman Carter?
Aye.
Councilman Edmondson?
Aye.
Councilman Bowerman?
Aye.
Councilman Quabell?
Aye.
Councilman Levison?
Aye.
Councilman Fowler?
Aye.
Carried unanimously, giving it ordinance number 4373.
Introduction, reading of Bill 4195.
I'll introduce it, Your Honor.
Okay.
First reading of Bill Number 4195, an ordinance amending Section 220440 of the Code of Ordinances, City of Blue Springs, Missouri, concerning the crime of stealing leased or rented property.
Move the bill be approved on its first reading and proceed with the second.
Is there a second? Second. Discussion. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, no?
Second reading of Bill Number 4195, an ordinance amending Section 220440 of the Code of Ordinances, City of Blue Springs, Missouri, concerning the crime of stealing leased or rented property.
Move the bill be approved on its second reading and assign the appropriate ordinance number.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Edmondson?
Aye.
Councilman Bowerman?
Aye.
Councilman Quabell?
Aye.
Councilman Levison?
Aye.
Councilman Fowler?
Aye.
Councilman Carter?
Aye.
Carried unanimously, giving it ordinance number 4374.
That brings us to mayoral announcements. The next council meeting will actually be Tuesday, February 21st, 6:30 here in this room, because on the Monday the 20th is President's Day and City Hall is closed. Brings me to thoughts to ponder. You know, February is Black History Month. Black History Month actually started as a Negro History Week in 1926 by Carter G. Woodson. And since 1976, it's celebrated annually in the United States as well as Canada. Black History Month is also referred to as African American History Month. The goal of Black History Month is to educate the American people about African American cultural backgrounds and achievements. Which leads me to thoughts to ponder. But before I share that quote with you, tonight's will be by Booker T. Washington. And most of you have heard of Booker T. Washington. He was born April 5th, 1856, and died November 14th, 1915. So he was only 59 years old. But he's an American educator, author, orator, and political leader. And my wife and I went to see Tuskegee Airmen last Friday, and I would encourage anybody to go see that. I don't know if you noticed or not, but he was the first leader of the Tuskegee Institute. And a very great person that I think made a great mark on American culture, regardless of what your race is. But tonight's thought to ponder is by him, and it came from Chief McCoy. Shared this with me several months ago. And I quote, "Few things can help an individual more than to place responsibility on him and to let him know that you trust him." Very profound words. And thanks to Booker T. Washington, and thanks to Chief McCoy for sharing that with me. That's all I have. So next we have visitors. Are there any visitor appearance form? Mr. Pelham? Well, seeing none, we have an executive session. So I would accept a motion to go in executive session to discuss. Yes.
May I say something?
Yes.
I'd like to make an announcement on behalf of the Bowerman family. We did our part on By Blue Springs Saturday night. My son, David, and his wife, Libby, gave birth to their first daughter, Catherine Elizabeth Bowerman, at St. Mary's. And so we were pretty excited for our family, and just wanted to share that with everyone. Everybody's doing fine. So, right here in Blue Springs. Yeah.
Congratulations, Grandpa.
Grandpa, yes. Thank you.
And I might add,
You know David?
yeah, you're grandpa for the second time.
Third.
Third time.
Third.
Third time.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes.
It's a great feeling, isn't it?
Oh, it's awesome. It's a blessing.
And the population of Blue Springs just went up, right? All right, very good.
Change the signs.
Okay. Anyone else before we have a motion to go in executive session?
So moved, Your Honor.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Bowerman.
Aye.
Councilman Cabell.
Aye.
Councilman Levesey.
Aye.
Councilman Fowler.
Aye.
Councilman Carter.
Aye.
Councilman Edmondson.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. We're going to take about a 5-minute recess to allow our visitors to be excused, and then we will start our executive session.